Victor arrived exactly 30 minutes later, just as he promised. He wasn't alone. Several well-dressed men accompanied him, lingering quietly near the apartment entrance like distant relatives attending an uncomfortable family gathering. Yet Victor himself looked exactly as he always had. Warm, calm, familiar. He stepped inside, carrying the same gentle smile that had guided Amelia through most of her life. He didn't interrogate her. He didn't raise his voice. Instead, he sat across from her and spoke as though they were sharing coffee on an ordinary evening. "Family helps one another through everything, Amy," he said softly. The words sounded comforting. That was what made them dangerous. Victor reminded Amelia of things she had spent years trying not to count. The tuition he paid when her family couldn't afford college. The rent he quietly covered after her father died. The countless sacrifices he never asked to be repaid. None of it sounded like a debt when he described it. It sounded like love. The kind of love that never kept score. But gratitude can be heavier than chains when placed in the wrong hands. As Victor spoke, Amelia began to feel the walls of obligation slowly closing around her. For the first time, helping Arthur and helping her family felt like opposite directions on the same road. Only then did Victor reveal the truth. His organization had been trying to get close to Arthur Bricks for years. Every lead had failed. Every attempt had ended with another locked door. Arthur was too careful, too protected, and too experienced to trust strangers. But Amelia wasn't a stranger anymore. She had become the one person Arthur willingly lowered his guard around. Victor never demanded her help. He simply described the opportunity sitting in front of them and allowed the silence to do the rest. The first requests arrived disguised as choices. Out of love for her uncle, Amelia agreed. At least, that was the reason she repeated to herself every night. The following 3 months became a slow act of betrayal disguised as romance. She learned Arthur's routines, his favorite restaurants, and the names of the guards who protected him. The closer she grew to him, the harder the task became. Arthur trusted her completely. He shared stories he had never told anyone and dreams he had long ago stopped believing could come true. The second movie, Amelia stopped gathering information and started collecting guilt. Every secret Arthur shared felt like another stone sinking into her heart. To complete the favor, Amelia suggested a private vacation to a secluded tropical island. Arthur agreed immediately, delighted by the chance to escape the world with the woman he had fallen in love with. A week later, a small plane carried them across endless blue water toward a place called Banana Island. The journey felt almost dreamlike, as though reality itself had decided to leave them alone for a while. Arthur stepped onto the sand smiling, completely unaware that every mile of the trip had been carefully planned. Amelia watched him walk ahead before quietly reaching for her phone. With trembling fingers, she placed one final call. "We're here," she whispered to her uncle. "Do what you have to do." Behind her stood the man she loved. Ahead of him waited the trap she built.